Imagine you quit everything. Imagine you quit smoking. You quit going on yachts and parties. Quit drinking too. But wait, you still do some shrooms. Wait, don't get it twisted. Just sprinkle in the little shrooms, just throw it in the coffee,
Just to get the mind right.
Yeah, and you still move.
Aldo, Marlon Moraes. No, I'm talking about world champions. That's Aldo, Jan, Henry Cejudo, Sean O'Malley, Umar. He's gonna be a world champion at some point.
Yes, that's debatable.
He beat Nurmagomedov.
Just say that. Yeah.
And then he beat Sean again. That's 6 world champions or soon to be world champions.
Here you go,
bro. That's a great starting conversation. Co-main event, we saw Kayla Harrison,
big swole ass G.I. Joe.
Made it look easy, bro.
Don't she kind of look like John Cena?
Brian Lesnar. I think like Joshua Van. Speaking of him, and he had a great performance. Boxing looks phenomenal. He's just so active, bro. This dude's fighting June 28th.
What?
He just got scheduled again to fight June 28th against Brandon Royval.
It's Monday.
This just got announced.
Wait, you said when?
June 28th, a week after my fight. So that's 3 weeks away.
Bro, that's not good. That ain't good at all.
It's a Kamaru Usman fight week, bro.
Buckley.
He's going against Joaquin Buckley.
No, it's a Buckley fight week.
Hold up now.
It's a Buckley fight week.
Don't ever disrespect my name Kamaru.
It's
like that again.
Kamaru I could give Kamaru a knee. He'll probably still need 2 more. I'm not looking at damn Kamaru Usman, dog.
This video is brought to you by the Chef Hat Pirates. If you're in Houston and you're looking for some fresh tacos and quesadillas to be catered to you at any event, whether that's a wedding, party, or whatever, look no further than the Chef Hat Pirates, as they have some of the most delicious Mexican cuisine in all of Houston. Go ahead and check out the Chef Hat Pirates on Instagram, and this also goes out to all my anime fans, because if you watch One Piece, you know exactly what their name is based after. Again, that's the Chef Hat Pirates on Instagram. Go check them out. And now let's get back to the video.
Alright, gangster. Episode 77. So this is episode 77 because episode 76 is going to actually air next week. And right away, before we get into UFC 316, welcome to episode 77 with your host, Noah. And, of course, the casual T-Will himself.
There you go.
Episode 76, like I was saying, we had the fight dietitian on. And, man, y'all might have already seen the preview of it where we talked about Merab, his cardio, his weight cut leading into UFC 316, debunked a couple theories. So if y'all haven't seen that one yet, go ahead and check out that preview. But the full episode is going to go ahead and air next week because I'm going to be cutting weight. So we're probably not going to record an episode, but trust me, we're going to get into everything that has been happening and that's going to happen during that time. But if you haven't seen yet the poster, that's gonna be my fight happening on June 22nd for Fury FC 105. And man, I'm about 2 weeks out now, a week and a half out.
Murder awaits, my friend.
Murder awaits.
Murder awaits.
I'm excited, bro.
Yes, sir.
It sounds cliche, bro, because everybody says it, but best shape I've ever been in. I was a little heavy last camp. Now I'm a little bit lighter. And of course, just skill sets always getting better. The camp is always improving. The strength and conditioning is always improving. The knowledge and everything. So I'm excited, bro. I'm excited to go out there and just put on a show. But yeah, so UFC 316 just happened.
Damn.
Goddamn, bro.
Damn.
Goddamn.
Damn.
So
imagine you quit everything. Imagine you quit smoking. You quit going on yachts and parties. Quit drinking too. But wait, you still do some shrooms. Wait, don't get it twisted. Just sprinkle in the little shrooms, just throw it in the coffee,
Just to get the mind right.
Yeah, and then you work on the cardio too. And then you still lose. What was it, the second, third round?
It was the third round.
Damn, and then you lose quick. Kind of quick.
That's not very quick.
But you would have thought it went. You would think you either gonna knock him out or it's going 5.
Yeah. So
in my mind,
you're talking about Sean O'Malley.
If I was Sean,
because he just had his rematch with Merab, and man, dude, he looked. The thing is he he looked better than the last time. It looked like the best version of Sean O'Malley.
You look at the best version?
I mean, not if you're thinking like, okay, the best version is when he's knocking people out. No, but if you think about everything leading up to it, like you said, he stopped the smoking, he stopped the drinking, he stopped the social media, every distraction. He was purely focused on this. This is him without the hip injury, right? He just got surgery. He didn't have that rib injury from Aljamain Sterling. Sure, he probably has something nagging, but it doesn't matter, right? He was healthy. He went into that fight, and Merab beat him even better.
I don't think it was the extracurriculars that was the problem. I just think he was better than him. Or he is. Sometimes, dog, it ain't. It's just that dog got you that night yet again.
Nah, and that's true.
Batman could never beat Superman, but they still cool though.
Well,
you know what I'm talking about?
Well, Batman and Superman have always kind of held their own against each
other. No, hell no, they didn't.
Yeah.
Hell no, they didn't. You must have not watched the last movie. Batman had to go get some smoke and make sure he had to get him weak. Then when that smoke dissipated,
kryptonite smoke.
Kryptonite smoke. Yeah. It don't last for so long, bro.
I mean, dude, Merab, but he's just getting better, bro. His striking looked better.
It looked good.
His striking looked better.
That's not good.
That's not good
at all
for anybody else in the division. It is not good.
Bro, his first win in the UFC, he called out Sean. That was when he had no beard.
Not his first win. It was like after he was on like a couple in a row.
First couple wins, he called out. He called out Sean.
Yeah, because they was promoting him heavy. After that Contender Series, they was promoting him heavy.
Damn, dog.
He had the little hair, he had the swag, and Merab wanted that. He'd been wanting that forever.
They call him the best. Damn, he only what? That's 3 title defenses.
Yeah, so
that's beautiful.
So going back into the fight though, so the first round, I think Sean actually he did well in that first round. The judges, 2 judges gave Merab the second round. 1 judge gave O'Malley the second round, but I actually thought it was the first round that O'Malley that it was closer. I thought the second round it was still a close round, but I would have given it to Merab. So I kind of had those 2 flipped. And the reason was that Sean, if you go and watch the fight, he landed about like 6, 7, 8 unanswered significant strikes just to start off the fight. Like just starting off the fight, he was moving very well. He was touching him. Merab couldn't really get to him until he slowed down a little bit. But if you look at the end of the round where he starts taking him down and he landed a couple shots on the way up and stuff like that, I still think Sean landed more shots in that round that were significant, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter because it got to the second round and it just started, as every fight does, going downhill.
No.
It started going downhill. His takedown defense looked improved though.
Until
his takedown it looked improved.
Until
he started trying to throw the knees and falling off balance. And that all just happened because of the pressure. And I think something that could have served him better, and we're going to get into Merab and everything he did great in a second, but I think something that could have served Sean better is he was using the jab well. He was jabbing the body. He was also using the cross as a jab a bit. Like he was leading with the cross to the body, stepping out to change angles and change stances and things like that. I actually broke that one down on my YouTube before the fight, but he was doing that. I think the jabs to the chest is going to help stop the level change. He was feinting the uppercut, but he never actually tried to land the uppercut. Instead, he was trying to use the knee to try and discourage him from shooting takedowns and then use the footwork. The footwork is good because the footwork is the first level of defense when it comes to defending a wrestler or defending takedowns. It's all about the feet, right? If they can't tell where you are, they're not going to shoot because they might just run into something or they might just miss. But that level was good. But when it got to the second round, I just felt like, man, there's at some point you gotta stand your ground. You gotta stand your ground. You gotta want him to get in on your hips, stuff it, make him hold your weight, make him like, you gotta fight him. He was trying to like almost avoid every wrestling exchange, kind of like Gaethje and Khabib.
You can't run from it. You gotta get involved with it. You gotta gain some respect because if you don't, he gonna pick you up, laugh.
And he hit him a couple of times. Merab just wasn't like, once he figured, okay, that's not gonna knock me out, he just kept coming.
I don't think it's about the punches. Once he didn't initiate any wrestling exchanges, the fight was over with.
When Sean didn't initiate any wrestling?
If I feel like the moment the bell rang, I would have started wrestling. I want you to know this ain't gonna be this ain't finna, you ain't finna pick me up laughing and giggling. No, listen, I'm gonna start doing what you're the best at. And once we figure out that it's not gonna be all night, you ain't just gonna bully me, then I'm gonna knock your ass out. Then I got you. Now I got you thinking, damn.
The thing is,
but are you gonna be able to?
That really don't work against.
It's not gonna happen. Yeah, you know that's the problem.
You know what? Umar tried to do that. Umar shot. He took him down multiple times.
He bullied Umar.
And then by the end of the fight, Merab was still shooting. The thing is if Merab fails at the takedown, he's still going to shoot. If Merab gets taken down, he's going to get back up. He's still going to shoot.
So you saying
he's undeterred with everything he does. And honestly, what it looked like is something you would treat. That's how you would treat an unexperienced sparring partner.
Mm-hmm.
You walk into the range, you let them kind of throw everything. Some hits you, some lands on your guard, but you make them throw. And then eventually you're seeing it. You're shooting under, you're blocking, you're returning, you're seeing your openings and things like that. And then when they start to fatigue from throwing so much and moving so much because they don't want to get hit or get caught with a takedown, then you start to pile it up. That's the strategy that Merab employed, bro. I thought his composure looked excellent. Obviously, his cardio was there. And then his boxing.
It looked good.
Did you see Sean's face afterwards?
It looked good.
His
face, but the boxing.
Yeah, his face was welted up, and a lot of that came from the in-between shots. Like he would take him down, Sean would get up, and then he'll land a couple things that you didn't think really did no damage. But it hurt him. But it hurt him.
No, he needs to regain his confidence.
Sean
needs to regain his confidence.
I feel like it was a little bit of a lack of confidence.
He needs to regain his confidence. Dog, 2 in a row? Nah, look, you need to give me who should he? Who's
Chris Coutinho?
Yeah, somebody just not gonna win. Yeah, somebody not winning this fight. Yeah. Somebody not gonna win. Don't give no Peter Yan, nothing like that. Don't give nobody that could win. No, I need somebody going to bed. I need to see somebody go to sleep so I know I can do it. Dog, it's been a minute since you done put somebody to bed. It's been almost a year and some change or what? Aljo?
Put someone to bed? Yeah. Aljo. That's the last time
he hasn't even finished the fight where it went all the way, and it's usually he knocks somebody out. Mm-hmm. Or what it's looking like, it's starting to look like he knocking somebody out. Or he's getting submitted.
I mean, that's not true, bro. That's not true. That's just his fights going against Merab. And in the first one, I think Merab just came into this one more confident. Because in the first one, he didn't even try to choke him.
Nah,
he just was on the front head like trying to score points.
Yeah, he was
happy just winning last time. This time, and his coach talked about it, he wanted to finish.
I hope you had.
That's the one thing he could have done better than the last one is finish him. Because last time he decided to kiss him in that front headlock. This time,
I'm choking your ass out in this front headlock.
and then that 5th round never happened.
Oh yeah,
that 5th round never happened because as long as Sean is alive, he has a chance.
He'll knock you out one way or another. He'll try.
But Merab putting on the pressure, finishing him with that nasty inverted or north-south Ezekiel choke. Nobody knew what to call it.
It was tight as hell.
Nobody knew what to call it afterwards. He went from a ninja choke. He cranked his neck, made Sean turn because Sean was up against the cage, so he couldn't back up. He made him turn, and then from there, he turned it into an Ezekiel choke, which is pretty much just the fist or the glove right on the artery, along with the other artery being cut off.
He tapped fast as hell, too.
He tapped slow. He was just like,
he didn't want to happen.
There, he got me.
He got me.
He got me. Bro, better than going to sleep.
I know he was hurt, too, when he waited after the fight, when he waited to talk on the mic, when he was just standing there.
I think that was cool of him, though.
I'm finna go in the back and cry. What did you do, man? I'm not finna wait and talk about it. Thank y'all for coming, man. Fuck all y'all. Don't give a damn about nobody here. I need to.
I mean, he has such a big and like loyal fan base, though. Like, think about all of Sean's fans. Wearing the pink afros and all kinds of. Like, he has such a loyal fan base, and he ain't do no media coming up to this. Like he stopped. Think about it. He stopped his social media. He stopped his podcast, and so nobody and everyone's used to listening to this podcast every week. All his fans are used to that, and he stopped all of that. So of course, he stopped afterwards to just say thank you, and I think that was cool of him to do that because it shows what kind of person he is. People think that Sean's some like undedicated, like almost
hell
like
no,
cocky asshole, but he's not.
You can't get he's not even one of them. I can name 3 or 4 of them right now off the top off dome. He don't act like nothing. I'm just saying, Don't stop what got you to the dance. Now, if smoking dope and slapping your wife and doing porns and got you to that belt, I need you to smoke dope. Not only slap your wife, do it front and backhand. I need you to keep shooting. I need you to do everything that got. I'm just making a joke.
He has a kid too, bro. He has 2 kids now. Yeah, he has his daughter that we all know about. And
yeah.
He has, I think, what he said, like a 3-week-old or 2-week-old.
Be a dad.
Baby.
Be a dad. But.
So he's gonna go home. He's gonna
love your baby. Yeah.
He's gonna have time with his family. Next, bro, like you said, I think he does. You don't really get a tune-up fight in the UFC.
Not at he's top 5.
Yeah,
you're not getting no tune-up fights no more, dog.
But they're already talking. They're talking about Cory Sandhagen fighting for the title, which means
let that happen.
Jan is gonna probably fight.
He gonna lose.
He's either,
of course.
It's either gonna be Jan and O'Malley, or
he don't want that.
No. I'm tripping. Peter Yan is fighting McGee. He's fighting McGee, Marcus McGee,
the tall dude,
the dude who's in Sean O'Malley's
tall guy.
MMA lab. No, not the tall dude. The black dude with the braids who be throwing all the kicks and the spinning. The one you sent me. He's fighting.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
That's a bad. He ain't little.
That's a good fight.
That's a bad little matchup.
Yeah, McGee, he's coming off that Jonathan Martinez win where he got his leg kicked a little bit, but he was also piecing Martinez up the first 2 rounds. And so he ended up winning that one. But Jan's a big step up from Jonathan Martinez.
Cory Sandhagen gonna lose. Cory Sandhagen is the Dan Hooker of 135. Respectfully. No, I'm not. Oh, damn.
No, this damn disrespect.
I'm not even.
Don't you ever even put Cory Sandhagen's name in your mouth.
Bro, he'll get to the top, lose the shit out the fight. I'm talking about really lose. They'd be like, damn, what happened? I thought he was the breakdown. Why can't he break down his fight? Why can't he break down the one he in right now?
You're tripping. But
no, respectfully, he gonna lose. But
so on the side of Merab, bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro, afterwards, Dana was saying that the only thing that's more impressive than doing it once is doing it twice. And he just did Sean O'Malley twice. If he beats Cory Sandhagen, then really he's just running through the division again.
What you mean if?
If he beats Cory Sandhagen.
When he beats the shit
out of Cory Sandhagen. It's not the same fight, bro. You got to think about the stuff. You got to actually stop and think about the matchup. Like this is why you're the casual. This is why I'm the casual. You look at the fight as, he's never had the belt before, so he's never gonna have it ever.
Okay. No, I just think Cory Sandhagen's losing to Merab. I don't give a damn about the belt. Belt aside.
No context. How does Merab?
How? The same way he beat O'Malley. Now, I can tell you how. He's gonna do it the same way. But this past weekend, it's gonna look the same way. It may even go in the first. I even bet you that. It may go this quick. So, Cory gonna throw a jumping knee.
We can both agree that Cory's a different fighter than O'Malley. Right or wrong?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Sean O'Malley tear someone's ACL with a leg lock? Loss on his knee? Have you ever seen that? I'm asking.
Nope. I've never seen
Cory Sandhagen's done it twice.
He's done it twice?
In the UFC.
For real?
He did it to TJ Dillashaw. And he did it to his last fighter.
TJ stayed broken up. TJ, I remember when they kicked TJ leg and he couldn't even.
Last time you saw someone submit Davis
remember that?
Figueiredo. He also blew his knee out too.
Figueiredo was a good win. He's not Merab.
Not to mention that Umar couldn't keep him down. Umar has better top control than Merab.
Remember when we had this conversation? Everybody has a different last name. Everybody.
And that's what I'm saying. It's a different style match. You can't say, Sean lost and Cory's going to lose.
Cory's going to lose this fight.
Anyways, but before even really getting into that.
Bias. You always, the people that you like, they can never lose. No, Izzy can never lose. Cory can never lose.
We're going to get into breaking that one down, but first, I want to talk a little bit more about Merab because
John Jones is shit. John Jones just can
honestly, where does Merab stand on that GOAT bantamweight list?
He go fight somebody else. I mean, we just had that. They really want that Pantoja fight.
We talked about it a little bit with the fight dietitian Jordan Sullivan, but I mean,
not a big jump.
I mean, dude. Okay, so let's actually break this down, bro, because people are calling him the GOAT. I don't think that that's like a bad idea. It might be a little bit recency bias because everyone forgets about what Dominic Cruz did because half of what he did was in the WEC.
They be hoeing Dominic Cruz.
They be hoeing Dominic Cruz
because he was shit when he got older. They was doing him in the worst way when he got older, bro. That's why you got to retire when you're high. Because if you don't, they'll forget you. They're gonna forget you.
But just like Joe Rogan says, I think that fighters should be remembered for what they did
at the top.
Yes, at their highest. That's how fighters should be remembered.
Yeah. I had to go watch some. My bad. I had to go watch some old Silver fights just to see how Cody was. I never knew how good he was
in the Matrix.
I never knew how good he was.
Anderson Silva was in the Matrix,
bro. I thought from what I was seeing with Izzy, what was this shit? What is this? What is this? Everybody making it seem like he the great. Well, I had to go take him. Yeah, he's cold.
So this is Merab's hit list, right? Mm-hmm. Rafion Stotts, world champion, knocked him out. Terrance Ware, or first Ricky Simón, which he was beaten every round. He won, and he just ended up getting put to sleep literally at the bell, the final bell.
That was the chokeout.
Yeah, that was the chokeout.
He didn't even really get choked out for real.
Yeah, that was Ricky Simón. Terrance Ware he defeated. Brad Katana defeated. Casey Kenny. Okay, these are all like mid tier, right? But then you get to John Dodson, who he beat. Yeah, John Dodson was a top contender. He had two great fights with Demetrius Johnson, and then he moved up to 135 because he couldn't make the weight no more. Cody Stamann was a good win, but then we get into the real like top contenders and champions where he knocked out Marlon Moraes.
Stiff.
He destroyed him. He beat Jose Aldo, dominated him at altitude. He destroyed Peter Yan.
Crazy.
Landed like 30 takedowns.
Crazy.
He Henry Cejudo took an Olympic gold medalist down multiple times. What you mean? No. He beat him at what he did.
Henry got the Dominic Cruz shit going right now. Looked like shit when he got old. Just to retire.
Nah, Henry didn't even look bad though. It's just Merab beat him.
I watched that fight.
Yeah.
He was picking him up laughing and shit. I remember that.
And then he goes and beats Sean O'Malley. That's what?
That's 5, right? That's 5.
That's Aldo. Hold up. That is.
Missed one before Aldo.
That's Aldo. Marlon Moraes. No, I'm talking about world champions. That's Aldo, Yan, Henry Cejudo, Sean O'Malley, Umar. He's gonna be a world champion at some point.
Yes, that's debatable.
He beat Nurmagomedov.
Just say that. Yeah.
Nurmagomedov.
A bear.
And then he beat Sean again. That's 6 world champions or soon to be world champions. 6.
Is he a GOAT?
That's a great resume, bro. That's a great starting conversation. I'll tell you that much.
No, I think he really GOAT, bro.
And not only that, he's in now one of the craziest tiers of people who have won 13 straight fights in the UFC, bro. The only other people to do that is like George St. Pierre, John Jones, Anderson Silva, and Demetrius Johnson.
That's not a lot of names, bro.
Oh, he's in that category.
That's not a lot of names, dog.
He's in that category.
You name like 3 more.
And 6 of those people that he beat were champions.
Damn.
So it's like, man, when people talk about the GOAT conversation, it's like, yeah, maybe, bro. Him, Aljo, or Dominic Cruz, or TJ Dillashaw, it's like, all of them are pretty close right now. And we're going to see if Merab can separate himself. Right? So if we go back to Cruz, and we're going to talk about the rest of this card. So those of you getting impatient, just hold up a second, because obviously this is the one everyone wants to know about. But Dominic Cruz, if we look at his resume, and I know you're probably not going to know half these people.
Damn.
All right, here we go. So Ian McCall.
You talking about Dominic Cruz resume?
Mm-hmm. Ian McCall. Joseph Benavidez again. Scott Jorgensen was a good win. Uriah Faber, Hall of Famer that he just beat. Demetrius Johnson. Cruz beat Demetrius Johnson. Takeya Mizugaki. That was a great win. And that's when he came back from an ACL injury, 3 years off. No, like fighters taking 3 years off, bro. There's few and far between a fighter who has taken 3 years off, come back and win. And he's been one of them. He had 2 ACL surgeries in between those fights. Came back and knocked out Takeya Mizugaki. He didn't even knock people out before his ACL surgery. But he came back and knocked him out. Then beat TJ Dillashaw. He's beaten TJ Dillashaw twice. Beat Uriah Faber again. He's beat Pedro Munoz. He's beat Casey Kenny. Like, bro, that's a great resume. Not to mention that he did it in WEC and the UFC, bro. That's greatness. Not to mention, and then at the same time, he innovated a whole lineage of style for striking. If you think about the sharpness of Sean O'Malley's footwork, it has a history, like it kind of mimics the Dominic Cruz style. If you think about how he throws his right hand, follows with the right leg and backs out, like he overcommits with the right hand just so he could back out and then go back to strike again. Dominic Cruz was the least hit champion ever. He was the least hit champion ever. Dominated people.
Hey, bro.
Continuing on his resume, TJ Dillashaw literally bopped off of Dominic Cruz's style. They looked the exact same for the longest time. And it's because he innovated that style. So when we talk about greatness, we have to also talk about influence.
He's great, yeah. I'm not saying he's not great, but I'm just saying influence, right? But I'm not. You're never gonna hear a person. Why'd you start watching fight? Because, bro, I was watching Dominic
Cruz versus Cody Garbrandt.
Nobody's gonna say that shit. I can promise you.
That was like the next main card after McGregor, and that's the one that got me to continue watching the fights.
Oh.
Because Cody Garbrandt's performance in that one.
You just like that style. That style to me is buns. This is buns, bro. I do not like.
I really don't even like Dominic Cruz's style because he didn't like really finish too many people. But just the fact of how innovative he was, I got to give respect to him. Man. And then TJ's also up on that list because he has a crazy resume as well. But yeah, so like I said, it's in the argument. Aljo obviously has a really good resume. He has like 20 wins in the UFC. I think his championship run was a little bit underwhelming just because of the weird situations that were in there. Like with TJ's shoulder and Henry coming off a 4-year layoff. And yeah, so it was a little bit skewed, right? And then the whole Peter Yan thing. So if you think about it, man, Merab, he just might be. I was thinking about it after we had that whole conversation with the dietitian, but
he's a big brother of the division, and they all pissed off because he can't move up, too small, and he ain't going nowhere for years too, and nobody beating his ass.
He's gonna stay right there.
Bro, you know how you've had that older brother, bro. You be pissed off, but you try to fight his ass, and he beat the shit out you, bro. You can't do nothing with him. You damn near try to kill him in his sleep. Put the pillow over his face when he's sleeping. You can't do shit with him. You can't do shit with him, dog. He's the big brother of the division, dog.
He's the boogeyman and the champ.
The Khabib.
That's crazy. But yeah, so, and I think what's even cooler, bro, is that the reason half of those wins aren't for championships is because his best friend, Aljamain Sterling, was champion, and he refused to fight him. He went against the organization, refused to fight his brother. And then after his brother did what he did and got up out of there, he became the champion and is defending the belt. It's like, bro,
he wasn't gonna fight Aljo.
All that shit is so respectful. And then he's talking about, I'm trying to fight 4 times this year. What's wrong with this?
You saw what happened to Pereira ass.
I did see.
He got burnt out. Don't do that. That shit don't work. It's good. It's good for the bread. People, the Brits do, but damn.
Yeah, I agree. Take some time.
Destroy the body.
Topuria's method, bro. 2 fights a year, just like George St. Pierre. 2 fights a year.
Okay, Ilya had been having money since he was 3. That's different.
That's not true. Ilya didn't. His wife has money. His wife came up with some money.
She got bread.
Mm-hmm.
People got bread.
And now he got bread. No,
he's old. When I put that ring on the finger, look, that's our money. Look, what are you talking about? That's our money. Hell no.
But, so now he's probably gonna be fighting Cory Sandhagen. And the reason I say that this is a different fight because, like I said, bro, Cory, not only does he train with Ryan Hall, so he has counter grappling. Like when was the last time you saw him get held down?
Put push-ups just on that fight alone. Just that fight.
Just on that fight?
That fight. That's a big time.
How much do you owe me? You owe me 48?
48? Damn. We're gonna do that at the gym now. We'll do that at the gym. I can move now. Yeah, look, I'm cleared, bro.
No, they're on call.
I'm clear. You see that?
I see it.
I'm cleared. I'm here, bro.
Dang, bro
I'm here, bro. Bro, if you remember,
for those of y'all who been following us, dog, man, T. Will, he got in a terrible car accident, dog.
Man.
His life was at stake, really, bro. Broke damn near every bone in his body. now, bro, his shit all healed up. He had a bone infection, a staph infection afterwards from the surgeries and things like that he went through, man. But now it's all healed up, and the therapy's been going well, and the skin closed up, and He's coming back, bro.
Man, all I can say is, bro, if you're not a believer, I'm visual proof that God is real, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say I believed in God. I wasn't too real religious, but I was a believer, but it wasn't like, deep inside me. Nah, bro. Shoot, I almost saw him 3 times, and he said, "Nah, go ahead, stay down there for a little bit more." Nah, it ain't, not just yet, not just yet. And if I can say something, bro, if every day, bro, tell you people you love them, bro, people that you don't see, people you hate, your exes, your friends, your old friends, tell them, bro, I miss you, bro. Shoot, because you never know, bro, when it's the last time, bro. And you don't get no more goodbyes once you're all the way gone. So.
That's true, bro.
Facts.
Advantage them goodbyes and them thank yous and I'm sorry's, bro.
Yeah. Some people ain't getting no I'm sorry's though.
They go a long way.
Yeah, it's fuck some of y'all. I ain't gonna lie. It's fuck some of y'all.
I'm sorry though may not even be for them though. It's for you.
For sure. That's true.
Yeah.
Nah, but yeah, still fuck some. Yeah, back to. Nah, but this fuck some of y'all to the end of time. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all gonna have to catch me at the gates. Some of y'all forever. But yeah.
But yeah, Cory, it's like we haven't seen him get held down or submit or anything like that since Aljo, bro.
Okay, we all the way back.
Aljo, we know his ground game is top. We know his ground game is damn near the best we've seen in bantamweight. He said that about Sean too. No,
ain't nobody ever held Sean down before.
Yeah, nobody ever held Sean. No, that's true.
We said the same shit about
Sean. Sean never really attacked submissions. Sean never really took people down to the ground. Sean avoided the grappling for his career. Cory has embraced the grappling. There's 2 different things. That's mindset. That's not just what do I prefer. That's mindset right there. Like and I think Cory he has a similar footwork. He has more experience than Sean at the highest level. Yeah, he has more experience than Sean at the highest level. He has more experience.
Mm-hmm. He knocked out a dude that put him in the blender.
That didn't mean
he knocked out the dude that put you that made you have a problem.
The name that don't work, bro. Think about how many 5-round fights Sean O'Malley has been in versus Cory.
Well, if I won the belt, you didn't.
Think about how many whatever you talking about. Cory Sandhagen has fought than Sean O'Malley.
And never won the belt. I don't give a damn how many of them he fought.
Dude, he's only fought for the title once.
And what happened?
He lost.
It happens.
He lost. It happens.
It happens.
Thank you.
But I'm just saying, every time we get close, but damn, it's always something. It's always a problem. Why can't it just be? It's Cheeto. We got the Cheeto problem.
No, it's not the
Cheeto
problem.
It's always there, but just so far away.
It's the mindset that he just discarded. His mindset before was, I want to fight the hardest dude. Don't matter the reward. I want to fight the hardest dude. He had a title shot, and then he fought Umar. I want to fight. I want to dismantle that style. But that's what makes him so good, because he wants to prove that. He wants to dismantle this style. He wants to break it down. He wants to do it in front of millions of people.
All right, bro, let's get off of this dude, bro. He's gonna lose.
All right.
This dude
but anyways, so
That is it. Nawade gets that coveted first win as an amateur.
So, how did we get here, and how does something like this happen? Well, hard work, multiple workouts a day, but more important than that, recovery. You have to recover in between sessions if you're training as a martial artist or as an athlete in general. For me, I like getting massages, and my boy Mark DeCastro from DC Recovery helps me with all the nagging injuries I have and muscle weakness and muscle soreness to get me ready for my sessions each week. You guys are always seeing me post my session workouts and how I'm training 2 to 4 times a day, and it takes a toll on your body. But with an expert like DC Recovery looking after my body, I can honestly say that it doesn't matter whether you're a bantamweight like me or a heavyweight like most of his clients, Mark the Giant Slayer will get you right. So if you're in Houston, Texas, and you're looking for a sports massage therapist, look no further than one of the best in Houston, and go follow DC Recovery on Instagram. Recovery, recovery, recovery.
Co-main event, we saw Kayla Harrison.
Big swole ass G.I. Joe.
Made it look easy, bro.
Don't she kind of look like John Cena?
Brock Lesnar. I think it looks being real, though. She being real, she's kind of like the Spawn.
Bro, she looked like John Cena whenever he picked up the Big Show. That John.
Okay.
Steroid John.
Yeah, maybe.
Bro, she big.
She really is. I don't know how she made 135, bro.
Bro.
She in the PFL, she was fighting at 155.
Oh, girl looks scared. Bro, what's her name? Pena, bro. Look, she was at the press conference. She was like, somebody asked her, you beat Amanda. You think you could ever fight a man? She took a minute. She stopped. She thought about it for a second. She said,
I done fought a man before.
I fought a man before. I was at work one time and we got into it. We went in the back. He dropped me 3 times. I got back up every time. I was proud. But I went to bed 3 times.
And I figured I ain't never going to fight a man again.
So we know she's strong. But when she walked in the ring, mentally, if she's willing to get knocked out 3 times by a man with a beard and the whole family.
6'3".
But when she walked in the ring with her girl, but she looked scared. She looked like she was going to lose. Like she wasn't.
I don't think she looked scared. I think she was wary of like trying to overcommit because Kayla Harrison, if we know she wants one thing, it's going to be that clinch. 2-time judo gold medalist. Like we know that she's going to want that clinch. And at some points, she even just rushed into the clinch. She get forward like Ronda Rousey. And then she hit some beautiful inside trip, outside trip. Once she got her to the cage, it was over. It was over. I mean, Juliana, she was fighting. She kicked her in the head illegally, rocked her. And then the ref, that's what a ref needs to do, bro. When you see that something's clearly affecting the fight, take a point.
Yeah.
Take a point.
Stop this shit, take a point, yeah.
And I think there's too many warnings, bro. Like, I understand refs don't want to get involved in the win or the loss because a lot of times the paycheck relies on that, bro. But, like, at the same time, if there is less lenience on it, then it's not going to happen as much. And people are going to train not to have it happen as much. Bro, people don't care if they poke someone in the eye. People don't care if they kick someone in the nuts. You just heard Derek Lewis in the interview talk about, I cheated. I was really nervous for this one fight. I kicked him in the ball as soon as we went out.
Damn.
I know we're just going to get a warning. Everybody knows we're just going to get a warning. And it shouldn't be like that, bro. Either make it allowed or make it not allowed. The refs say in the meeting, in the back, they bring every fighter in. It's called the fighters meeting. They have a meeting with people and they say, this is your first warning. Don't have your fingers out. This right here is the foul. Not if you poke them, this is the foul. And right now, when I'm telling you this is your first warning. So they shouldn't even give them a warning. As soon as they see this, okay, talk to them. As soon as it happens, it changes the fight, bro.
I bet you wouldn't do it no more.
You wouldn't do it no more.
You take a point. I'm done doing that. Yeah, on me. John Jones would have been stopped doing that shit.
John Jones would have lost like at least 3 fights.
Every time you take bro, he would have been pissed too. He would have knocked her ass out. He would have knocked her ass out.
Turn his radar into the rep.
He would have knocked her ass out. But yeah, bro. Kayla was big, dog. She was bigger than Rob. Mm-hmm. Rob was on his tippy toes and didn't even know they was gonna get the whole body. He was on his tippy toe.
And now she is a 2-time gold medalist in judo. She is a 2-time PFL world champion and now a UFC world champion as well.
It is gonna be.
She's making her way to be one of it. Like now she's about to fight Amanda. If she beats Amanda,
I want her to fight Weili big ass.
She's way too big for Weili, bro. I don't even want to see it. What's wrong with you? That's 2 weight classes away. Weili still has to move up, try to fight Valentina. You talking about her fighting Kayla Harrison. Ain't even supposed to be that weight class, dog.
Who killing her? Them some swole ass girls, dog. That's the only reason why I said it. Some big swole big. Nah. I ain't never seen a girl with traps.
But dude, if she beats Amanda,
they got big traps.
We're gonna have to say she's the greatest.
She gonna beat Amanda ass. She gonna beat Amanda ass. Amanda's been eating chips and watching TV and shit. She been watching fights.
Okay.
That's my perspective.
Maybe. And the thing is her and Henry Cejudo had that bet about who's the greatest combat sports athlete.
Henry Cejudo?
Mm-hmm.
Why does Henry have it with her?
Because Henry won a wrestling gold medal. And he said wrestling was harder than judo or whatever to win a gold medal in the Olympics and things like that. And they had this whole argument with like Khabib. Right? There's a whole video on it.
Let me stop disrespecting
I'll show you
Henry.
later. But yeah, so Henry, he has a gold medal and then he defended his title in both weight classes after becoming double champion, right? So that's what he has to his name. So he is potentially the greatest combat sports athlete of all time. But Kayla Harrison's on her way. Pereira is up there as well because he has 2 divisions.
My God, boy.
He has
that boy.
He doesn't have a defense
Yes,
at
sir.
middleweight, but he has multiple defenses at light heavyweight, and he won 2 Glory championships in 2 weight classes. That like he's up there too.
Yeah.
He's up there too.
I think he goes to heavyweight.
He's focused on that damn Dagestani.
Knock his ass out.
He's focused on that.
No, because you hear him talking shit. We don't want Pereira no more. He don't want to fight. Let's go to somebody else.
That's because Dana said wait. Dana said Pereira, hold on, just wait.
Yeah, dog.
Pereira's trying to get right back in there.
No, he's not.
So we just saw what happened in the rematch after Merab dominated Sean. How you know it's not gonna be worse with Ankalaev, bro? How you know it's not gonna be worse? Just wait, take your time.
Now Pereira hurt shit.
No, he'll
kick you one time and you'll really rethink the whole fight. Like, damn.
It's true, but Ankalaev was not. He was not.
He didn't give a damn about none of that.
He didn't give a scare about none of
that. Dude Russian, bro. Dude Russian, bro.
Yeah. So Kayla Harrison, she's on top right now. She just won that belt, bro. She had an inspiring ass post-fight speech where she was talking about single mothers and and she was talking, and it was pretty cool what she said. She was talking about it's not about God. Like some people feel like God is punishing them for making them a single mother, right? And shit like that, or not making them a single mother, but for putting them in that position. But she was like, rather than you being punished, is you being positioned. And it's like all about how you deal with it and shit like that. And it was, I think that was really cool how she was talking about that. But
I don't think she being punished unless she gay. Ain't no man. That's a big ass man. If you fuck with Kayla Harrison, but there's damn. That's a. First of all, you got to be a hell of a damn.
I mean, it's on both sides, but there's a lot of dudes who be just putting one in you and dipping. There are a lot of dudes who be doing that, right? And that could fuck up your mind. Imagine if you're a girl, you in that situation now. And now you in that situation, you got this little.
It ain't always a dude's fault though.
It ain't always. No, I'm not saying that. But there are those kind of situations.
Yeah. Shout out to the fighting single mothers though. That is a hard battle.
Bro.
That's a hard battle to fight.
It is a hard battle.
It takes a village, bro. And I wish our world was a little bit better. Well, bro, do you hear about Canada having problems with single mothers and single fathers? Do you hear do you hear we're the only place that niggas throw one in, you run? We the only place a girl would get one and make sure she take it all and run. And why can't we love one another, bro? It's because of the social media. It's censored places. Other places is censored, bro.
I mean, it's just because when you have this much freedom, bro, to do whatever you want, and it's not a Islamic state, like a religious.
You think we should go back to slavery?
No, what? I don't know what you're talking about.
No, but not like racial slavery. Not like
no.
It was a different time.
No, I don't think we should. I think
it was a different time, bro.
I think martial arts needs to be spread throughout the world.
Martial arts.
That's what I think. Yeah, I think the more, because ain't many people over at Texas Third Coast gonna do that. They ain't gonna do. I mean, we don't.
No, I know some Tyrones and
but I'm saying
Ricky Ricardos that dip.
Right or wrong, when you got into martial arts, you felt a turn in your life, a turn for the better.
I'm fighting just to get back in the gym.
But
no.
Right or wrong.
Yeah.
And like every person we talk to, that's what we try to do on this podcast. We try to get fighters' mindsets and things like that, and we talk about how martial arts changes their lives. And if you go back and watch episode 1 through 10, you hear about how martial arts changed our lives for the better and things like that. But hurt people at the end of the day. And the more you understand yourself and know yourself and are humbled and things like that, the less hurt you are and the less likely you are to hurt someone else.
It's hard to hate when you on that mat.
It's hard to hate.
It's hard to...
No, when you really know yourself, when you know
it's hard to hate.
That you don't have all these insecurities holding you back. You're not just going to be angry at someone for no reason. Yeah. There's going to be reasons behind it. And we could get into this all day, but UFC 316.
Did you see some of the...
There's a couple more fights that we need to talk about.
I got two people that I think that's going to be really, really devious in the UFC coming up after watching those fights. The Viking, that big tattoo on his back, bald head dude, willing to get bloody. Beat that black 170. It was his debut. He said he was going to go retarded in his debut.
Andreas Gustafsson.
Excuse me. Yeah.
He really did. He really did beat up Chaos.
The age of Valhalla. The Viking is back.
Yeah, nah.
The Viking.
He looked good, bro.
The Viking, the age of the Viking.
He said he was going to go in there and whoop his ass.
He did that.
That's exactly what he
did. That.
You said you liked Waldo Cortez Acosta.
Hands down, bro. It was like the first time I ever seen Gon fight. That's how I felt when I seen dude fight. Like, bro, this dude really is boxing in this bitch and making people like have to fight his. Like this dude forgot takedowns.
And that's Sergey Spivak we're talking about.
Spivak, he's a killer, bro.
I mean, he's a grappler.
I'm talking about never shot one time. Noah, I swear
He's
before.
Not worry about the hands, he forgot.
Noah.
He forgot.
Bro, it looked like a boxing match. Bro, it looked like.
Why can't I do nothing?
And then he playing and bullshit and he big as hell. First of all, Spivak 6'8". This dude about 6'4". He was bullying Spivak a little bit with them jabs. But what I told you about that should make you mad,
when
dog.
you have less of a reach and you
them
can,
head.
and you out jab your opponent, bro, that just shows you how educated you are about your hands.
Bro, I didn't even know he was a boxer, so I had to go on YouTube. I couldn't find none of his fights. I'm like, damn, he don't got no UFC. First dude was real life professionally boxing on YouTube, all types of stuff. I'm like, nah, this makes sense. The way he moves, dog, is slow as hell. He just circling around the cage.
Think he's gonna be next up?
Dog, he fight just like Gon, but probably no hands, a little bit more better. I hope that's
less kicks.
Maybe,
how was his footwork?
His kicks are hard than a motherfucker.
How was
his leg kicks?
How was
his footwork's phenomenal. His footwork's phenomenal. Bro, it's hard to take him down. I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna remember. Remember the big dude that came to UFC that was doing this shit? Remember that guy?
Mm-hmm.
He took him down the whole fight.
Oh, Rebellis to Spain.
And now he did that. He took his big ass down the whole. Man, he don't even take people down for it.
Yeah, he's well rounded.
Dog, man, you need to watch. Man, watch this dude, bro.
You know who else is well rounded? We don't get to see much of him. Azamat Murzakanov. And the light.
Man, that dude dropped that dude, and his feet went straight, hands went.
Bro, hit him on the top of the head, and dude wobbled. How you knock someone out? That's how you know they got power, bro.
What I told you though,
when you hit him on the top of the head like this,
what's his name?
They start wobbling. Azamat Murzakanov, 5-0 in the UFC, 5 knockouts.
What I told you, boy.
And apparently, he's very well rounded. He said he goes in every fight trying to show everything, and it just doesn't happen. Maybe. Trying to show his kicks, trying to do a little bit of grabbing, a little bit of kicks, a little bit of punch. And they just drop. He's a 5-0, 5 knockouts, bro. And you heard all the commentators talking about, he's the most under talked about contender, and they're gonna try to give him a main event next.
He'll get dropped.
Dangerous.
No, I can't say he'll get dropped. You haven't seen it. He's not the
15-0.
Oh, girl, another one, Asian girl.
Wayne Kong.
No, that's
you talking about Wayne Kong, the one who beat Valentina Shevchenko in kickboxing.
Yes.
In Muay Thai. Yeah, she destroyed Ariane Lipsky. That was a good fight for her.
But she's nice as hell. Teeth fucked up, but she's nice as shit. You could tell she was fighting. Not only was she fighting dudes, she was winning. Teeth fucked up, bro. She took the shit out of that fang. Damn, god damn. Dude's fucked up.
Hey, she on her way though, bro.
No, whoop your ass. And then leg kicks are dangerous.
Dude, she has that kickboxing Muay Thai background. She beat Valentina. In kickboxing. That's
crazy.
Like Joanna Jędrzejczyk, one of the greatest MMA fighters of all time, lost to Valentina 3 times.
Damn.
In kickboxing. And then so Wayne Kong is definitely up there. I told you she was gonna do her thing. Joshua Van. That's someone we got to talk about.
He's a bully.
Joshua Van.
Bro's a bully. Bro's a bully.
He set the record in flyweight for the most knockdowns in a fight. He tied it when he dropped him 3 times, and then when he dropped him the last time and finished him, that was the 4th time. So he has the fight with the most knockdowns for a flyweight, because flyweights really don't be dropping people. If you think about it, they don't really drop people like that.
He got some heavy ass hands for a flyweight dude, bro. He got some bricks.
You know why? Houston, Texas, dog.
Born with that shit.
Right. Houston, fucking Texas. You know, he told DC. He said, send your kid to Texas 2-3 years. Send your kid to Texas 2-3 years.
Dude's a dog,
bro. He's a dog.
He's a dog,
bro. 7 wins in 2 years in the UFC.
It was 3 Houston people on this card, I believe. No, that one dude.
We had Josh Van. We had Kevin Holland.
That's 2. There's one more guy that had a beautiful performance. Kevin in Sean O'Malley camp.
Mario Batista's not out of Houston.
Okay, never mind.
Patchy Mix though is out of Houston.
Okay.
Joshua Van, bro. Joshua Van. Speaking of him, and he had a great performance. Boxing looks phenomenal. His wrestling is getting better and better, and he's just looking like he's just on that momentous run, bro. 7 wins, 8 fights in the UFC. His only loss was to Charles Johnson, and right after that, I think 3 months after he got knocked out by Charles Johnson, he fought at the Sphere in a war and won.
I remember that.
Yeah, he's just so active, bro. This dude's fighting June 28th.
What?
He just got scheduled again to fight June 28th against Brandon Royval.
It's Monday.
This just got announced.
Wait, you said when?
June 28th, a week after my fight. So that's 3 weeks away.
Bro, that's not good. That ain't good at all.
Not for the weight cut. Definitely not for the weight cut. It's not good.
He don't got a cut for real. He's already there. Kinda. His body is going to be sauced.
I mean, he's young though, bro. He's 24, 23, 24.
But you start feeling that shit at 34.
Yeah, but he ain't 34.
He ain't not there yet.
He ain't there yet,
not there yet.
And so he's trying to fight. That's a top 5 opponent, bro, that he's going to be fighting. So now he's really going to be up there. He just got ranked after this win against Bruno Silva. He's fighting Royval. That's a good fucking fight. I can't wait for that.
Talk about the Trailblazer, bro.
Yeah, a couple more fights. So Joe Pyfer I don't like what DC was saying afterwards.
He was making fun of him.
Joe, he was just saying that Joe Pyfer's going to be disappointed in his performance. How are you going to be disappointed when you drop someone 3 times in 1 round?
Kept saying he was only looking for one shot.
Yes, I understand, but that's not going to be disappointed in my performance, bro. First off, nobody's ever finished Kelvin Gastelum. Nobody's ever knocked him out. Big old Mexican blockhead. Nobody's ever knocked him out. No, he is a pure Mexican. That is the definition of a Mexican.
I'm getting tired of people.
I'm getting tired, dog.
No, because his ass, real life, eyes rolled the back of his head, did a back.
Came back immediately before he hit the ground. Came back.
Kevin Gastelum just don't want to cut weight, bro. That's all it is. He went to 70, he'd be nice.
Yeah. He missed weight last time going to 70. He just said, fuck it.
Can't do it. Bro, he's a perfect 170, bro. He said blockhead.
Fucking tacos and quesadillas. All them damn tacos and quesadillas.
Man, them tacos good as hell, bro. I was dating that Hispanic girl, bro. I kid you not. I had to go to the gym after dating that girl, bro. You remember? I'm big like I am now, dog. I was big as shit, man. That damn food is so good, bro. I was eating pupusas and all types of shit. I don't even know what the damn pupusa is. It was good as shit. Oh, bro. And they had this stew, just a whole bunch of random meat. An eyeball could have rolled out of that bitch.
And you want me to make 170?
Nah, fuck no.
I'm already rich. You want to make 170 when I got pupusas, tacos, and quesadillas in my backyard? Cooking up, smelling good as hell.
Better than Hispanic women be loyal, boy. Mm-hmm. They be loyal. Be making you fat so you can't get no other woman. Be making you fat as hell. They smart. No, because I'm about to get big. You ain't got to worry about that. Yeah, no.
But yeah, Joe Pyfer, bro, he dropped him, twice? Landed a clean head kick.
Didn't go to bed.
Didn't even wobble. He didn't even wobble. Yeah, I don't understand what that is. But Kelvin, he actually started coming back in that 3rd round. I think it was, 2-1? Joe Pyfer won the first 2 rounds, and then Kelvin won the last one. Honestly, I feel like some judges should have given that first one a 10-8. Hopefully they did. But I think Joe Pyfer should be proud of his performance. I just think he's going to also learn that, okay, after I hurt someone, I gotta, not just finish him, but not just look for one shot, right? Keep peppering him, go to the body, land some big kicks, change it up a little bit, show him different weapons. That way I could go back to what was working and land that again once he forgets about what just rocked him, right? And it's honestly a simple fix. But for DC to be saying he should be disappointed in his performance, that's just stupid and short-sighted, I think. Like you said, Kevin Holland,
everybody knew he was gonna knock
the night.
Everybody knew he was gonna do something vicious to that dude.
Vicente's a fucking savage though.
Everybody knew Vicente gonna hurt.
Everyone knew, yeah.
Everybody in America knew Vicente was gonna hurt after this fight. Because he watched film, you could tell. Because if you remember his last fight, he'll do this shit when he'll exit out of exchanges and he'll leave his hand down and get hit over the top. Kept doing his hands looking ugly as shit. I'm like, damn, why is kept his coach, keep your damn hands right here and keep them there. And when he did, bro, he looked vicious. He didn't look sporadic at all like a skinny motherfucker fighting outside. That's how he was looking.
I think he could never really get started just because Kevin didn't rush him.
He was chilling.
He was chilling and talking
and hurting
the whole time.
It was cool though. It wasn't like no bullshit.
Yeah, no, it wasn't no BS. He was just talking the whole time. Yeah. And it almost, Vicente was trying not to let it affect him, but it was almost just keeping him in a lulled state, especially after he got hurt with that elbow behind
That shit hurt, bro.
That made that hematoma behind
bro. That shit hurt.
Yeah, he hit with some shots, bro. And Kevin Holland looked good. And then Kevin Holland hit it with a beautiful ankle pick, cross ankle pick. And then when Vicente tried to wrestle up, got him in a nasty anaconda choke, not a Darce choke. It was an anaconda choke that he got him in, but it was fucking beautiful.
It was beautiful.
And bro, like whoever thought that Vicente Luque would get caught in a head and arm choke. He's the one.
He's the guy.
He has the most Darces in the UFC. Yeah. And fucking Kevin Holland got him in the choke, bro.
I feel bad for Colby.
People be sleeping on his ground game, but
I feel bad for Colby.
He just wasn't at the right weight class, bro.
Man, Colby must really hate him. Like, and not only do he hate him, and they good too. And they good. And they hurt too. Damn, and they big as hell.
So afterwards, Kevin Holland said he wanted the easiest fight in the welterweight division.
Said Colby.
I want Colby coming.
Colby.
What? Joaquin Buckley ended racism, and he's gonna put a stamp on it.
No, if I was Colby, I'd say nigga on TV. I'd say nigga. Just to get the hype back. You remember Colby was that guy back?
Pay-per-views. That's pay-per-views.
So Colby, say nigga on TV. I guarantee you're gonna have a different type of fan base. The fan base you gonna have, brother, is gonna be.
I think he already kinda has that. He already gotta.
No, but he gotta stamp it. Stamp it. Put a label on it. I'm him.
He already ruined.
Somebody gotta do it.
He already ruined his persona this far. It ain't doing too much extra.
Remember, he was putting "Make America Great Again" hats on. You see, stop that shit when he started getting his ass whooped.
He ain't really stopped.
He need to bring some energy. I'm just playing. I'm just playing and shit, y'all. Chill out. Nah, but Colby probably can. Why would he can beat Kevin.
He's coming off.
He can beat Kevin.
Joaquin Buckley.
He's not fighting
his ass.
He's not fighting no Kevin Holland. No.
I think Dana said he loves that matchup.
Why? He want him to retire.
It's a fun one. Dana.
He don't really fuck with Colby.
He done blessed Colby, dog. He really doesn't because Colby just weird, but he done blessed Colby with that title shot after.
Yep, I remember that.
Like, bro. Yeah. He didn't bless Colby. But yeah, Kevin Holland and Colby, I think that's the fight to make.
God damn.
Mario Bautista needs a top 5 fight next, bro. He needs a top 5 fight, and if he wins that, he needs a shot to the title because Mario Bautista was on a 7-fight win streak.
Oh, whoa! You want Bautista to fight?
He was on a 7-fight win streak, and now he's on an 8-fight win streak. Bro, how many 8-fight win streaks do you see in the UFC, dog?
Not a lot.
If someone's on an 8-fight win streak, they're fighting for the title. He's on an 8-fight win streak. Just beat a world champion who has wins over multiple world champions in Patchy Mix. Of course, Patchy didn't look good, and we can get into.
He didn't look good at all,
and we can get into why. But
you want to get into that?
Mario, just real quick, but Mario Bautista, I think there just has to be respect on his name because people were tripping off of that Aldo win. They were like, but if you are looking at how to beat Jose Aldo, that's how you do it. Who's that? Like, there's only a handful of people who've ever just whooped Jose Aldo's ass. Peter Yan, Conor McGregor, and Max Holloway. Nobody else. Nobody else has just whooped his ass. Merab held him against the cage. Alexander Volkanovski held him against the cage. And Mario Bautista held him against the cage. That's the only way you've beaten. Okay, aim is a hobby, but we're not even going to talk about that one.
Conor put his ass in the damn.
Exactly. But
spirit round.
So that I don't even think he should be punished for that. But coming out of the MMA lab, which is where Marcus McGee trains, who we were talking about is fighting Peter Yan, where Sean O'Malley came from. Coming out of that camp, bro, he is high level. The way he was switching stances. I think that Patchy Mix overestimated him, man.
Patchy Mix looked like he just
stuck in the mud.
His head didn't move.
His head didn't move. His feet didn't move.
And they said he's a grappler and he never grappled.
I think he came in there thinking he was just going to dog walk him. That's really what it looked like. It looked like he came in there overconfident because when you're overconfident, you don't move your feet. You're not worried about the power. You're not worried about the grappling because you're a good grappler yourself, right? And eventually he got hit enough times to where in that second round, like Mario Bautista outlanded him at least about 30 strikes in that first round, bro. He was just touching him, not getting hit, moving, changing stances. Patchy didn't know where he was the whole time. He didn't know where to throw the strikes. He didn't know where he was the whole time. He kept him guessing. And Patchy's had troubles with people who have good footwork in the past, but Mario Bautista just kind of showed him another level. And not to say that Patchy wouldn't beat him in a rematch. Not to say that. Because Patchy's a world championship caliber fighter. And I think everyone knew that, which is why he was the favorite coming in, even though it was his first fight in the UFC. But I think that he came in overconfident, and once Mario Bautista put up a fight and hit him as much times as he did unanswered, in that second round, it was, okay, now I'm in the UFC, I'm down a round, and shit, now the UFC jet is starting to come in. Now it's like, fuck, I already got tagged up this much. It's like, damn, I'm fighting from behind now. And as a grappler, it's hard to fight from behind, bro. It's hard to fight from behind. And he wasn't even shooting takedowns, bro.
He was behind the whole
fight. I don't think it's the end for him or anything. He's still in his prime and things like that. I just think it took a humbling experience like that one, as hard as it sounds to hear.
Move your damn head and stick to your damn game plan.
And now he's gonna have to adapt.
Another thing too, did you see there was a dude on the car with a stash? Man, them dudes with that damn stash are dangerous. Trust me, I learned that firsthand.
Wait, with the mustache?
Dog.
Which one are you talking about?
I think he was on the prelims, bro. It was a war too.
Quinlan Salicus.
Yeah.
He looked good.
Yeah.
Third round.
Not then. Not then.
Third round, he started getting tired.
He came back, got his ass.
Yeah.
he was nervous too.
But Quinlan looked good at first.
No, he was good at everything. No, I was surprised because the dude that he was facing, it was making it seem like his grappling was just spectacular, just the best ever. He was taking him down. I said, oh, I love that, bro. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that, bro.
Yeah, he looked good. But moving forward, right? Shit, man. What are we, like 40 minutes into the episode, dog?
Mm.
You saw Diego Lopez calls out Yair.
I won't watch that shit.
He said, he said, I heard you were offered to fight me and declined. What was that energy you were showing at the press conference? He tweeted that out at Yair.
Didn't he just come off a loss too?
Who, Diego?
Yair. Yair just lost.
No. He just beat Patricio Pitbull. And now they're saying that he might get the next shot against Volkanovski, which people don't really want to see.
Nobody wants to watch that.
But Volk is so damn nice that
he'll do that
give
shit
it to him, bro. Volk is so damn nice. He's like, oh, I'll never say no to Yair getting a title shot. He's just a good person, bro. Stop. Man.
Who else is there though?
John Silva.
They don't want to see that shit.
They could give it to John Silva. They can also give it to Movzar, but I think Movzar has a fight. So
if John Silva gets a chance, I promise you he wins the belt.
Yeah, but it's like,
I feel bad for
Volk. So it's like, what else can they do in the meantime? It's like, I don't know. I don't really want Volk to fight Yair.
Volk is not a hoe though.
No.
Silva get the hoe out you. I don't think Volk's a hoe.
Nah, not at all.
He's screaming people too and shit, get knocked out. But he'll Islam is different, bro. Islam different. But Silva, they're the same height.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a good fight. I don't think that's going to be the next fight that happens just because I'm hearing all this Yair talk. But that one's not even official yet. However, another thing that we got to talk about is so John Jones is, of course, still running from Tom Aspinall. Aspinall did a handful of interviews. And, you know, all it does is really just bring me back to one of the first things that Aspinall said. He said, I'm going to retire John Jones without ever having to fight him. And that's pretty much what's happening. Now John Jones talking about fighting Ngannou. Ngannou ain't even in the UFC. He's talking about fighting Ngannou.
Ngannou just killed some woman and a baby on the motorcycle.
Nah, chill out with that, bro. No,
that's wild.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. She did. And the baby.
Yeah, but it wasn't his fault, though. And it got proven in court that it was not his fault.
You talking about African court? You talking about? You talking about?
I think it was the African court.
Hey.
On the side of fighting. But, and then Ngannou.
Oh, rest in peace.
Ngannou replied to John saying that, oh, that's a real legacy fight. Things like that. Ngannou said, man, focus on the UFC. He said, I'll focus on the PFL, you focus on the UFC. How about that? Because, bro, John, we know why. We know why that fight is happening now, bro. We can see it plain as day why that fight between Ngannou and John Jones didn't happen. We can see it plain as day. John talking about, bro, I don't know why the UFC not stripping me out. I don't care. Dana said this is the first time he heard that. There is 200,000 people who petitioned to have John Jones stripped.
Fuck them.
And
they've never fought a day ever.
I'm one of them.
You petitioned? No, you was a damn dog.
That motherfucker even straight.
Oh, you like all the rest. Look, you a hater, bro.
Why?
You a hater, bro.
Why are you not gonna fight the next best person?
You a hater, bro.
I mean, I understand his position. Honestly, it's the UFC's fault. UFC just needs to move on, bro.
bro. And then the crazy part is he gonna wind up fighting Tom and beating his ass, and then you gonna try to like the haters. You gonna be, oh, he needs to fight somebody else.
No, I'll say that's what it is. I'll say he's the heavyweight champ.
No, you wouldn't.
Of the UFC.
He's been the heavyweight champ.
He still wouldn't be the lineal because Ngannou's still the lineal, obviously, which is why if he had a choice between fighting Aspinall and Ngannou, I would choose Ngannou. Right now, I would choose Ngannou. But I just don't think that fight's ever gonna happen because of all the shit that happened, splitting promotions and things like that. But next best, fight Tom Aspinall, bro. Everyone wants you to fight Tom Aspinall. He's the only one who don't want
Even if I think they signed up, I think it'll fall through.
John
Like that
Jones
Connor
said,
shit.
I'll fight Tom Aspinall if you give me $30 million. Dana offered him 40. He said no.
Tell you, bro, I don't know, bro. It sucks that the older guys are starting to fizzle out. But I still rather see Connor fight. I ain't even gonna lie. That's the crazy part.
I mean, just for the spectacle.
This motherfucker's that exciting. I'd rather watch Connor fight than John Jones at this point right now. That's so sad.
All up in the press conference.
all up in the press conference. You do know. Yeah. It's not gonna be white this time. It's gonna be pink. He gonna be doing the same shit Biggs was doing on that yacht.
I hate you.
He gonna be doing
wide receiver one.
He go wide receiver one. That's Cardi B wide receiver number one. You tripped, dog.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Cardi B is a wide receiver, though.
Okay. Yeah, she's paying his salary.
She doing something.
You know, he's pimping Cardi B right now. if he's Sauce Walkering Cardi B right now. Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Shout out Offset.
Shout out Offset is
You see the UFC BJJ? So they're getting into jiu-jitsu for real now. It's not just FPI, where it's like UFC Fight Pass, but now they're legitimately getting into jiu-jitsu to where they're hosting a whole reality show.
Oh, that's cool.
Starring like Andrew Tackett.
That's cool.
And I think Mikey Musumeci's one of the coaches, and then
cool.
Gabriel's one of the coaches.
The black dude that was a coach.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first name.
He's a Brazilian.
The black dude. There was a black dude that was a coach.
Gabriel.
I hate that shit. I hate that shit. Be a nigga got more naps than I do, but he's speaking hella Spanish. Boy, I hate that shit so much.
Portuguese.
No, Portuguese?
Portuguese.
What I told you about the Jungle Book?
All right.
If you throw a little baby boy with some apes. I hate that shit, bro. Portuguese, my bad, not Spanish. Bullshit.
But you see how they kind of bopped off with CJI, bro, and Karate Combat. How they have the platform. You didn't see it?
Oh yeah, it's a
platform. It's like a pit, but it's like rounded off. I low key fuck with it, bro, because it's not even like hexagonal. Like it's not to where it's like at an angle. It's literally like smooth. There, people are starting to catch on that. That's the best shit to watch grappling in. And eventually, I feel like it's gonna catch on that just fighting in general, it's better to watch in that. Because if you think about it, have you ever been to a UFC fight, bro? The cage gets in the way.
I've been to your fight.
The cage gets in the way.
What you mean?
Like when you're watching it from the outside,
you can't see shit.
The cage gets in the way. I mean, you can still see.
You can see, but it's not like
at some point
wide open.
At some points, you just can't. But if you're at that, like if they have that instead of the cage, you can see everything.
I mean, they'd be like,
you can see everything, and boxing too. Even like the ropes is good because you can still see everything.
True.
But like with a cage, it just makes it less appealing for the viewers. I like obviously I'd rather go to an event than watch it on TV just to be in that atmosphere. But pure viewership,
I think it's a really good look. And it's going to help people that don't want to get punched in the face to get rich.
100%.
And they could be on TV and all types of stuff.
And then while being asked about the BJJ or UFC BJJ, they also asked him about why he's not getting into kickboxing or if he would ever get into kickboxing, Dana. And
I seen that.
Yeah, Dana said
no.
He said no. He said he likes Muay Thai better than kickboxing. Yeah. Muay Thai is more exciting, which I've been saying for fucking years. That if you're a casual MMA fan, go watch One Championship because they have Muay Thai and 4-ounce gloves, which is pretty much MMA striking with dumps and trips and throws in 4-ounce gloves.
I hate watching one because they records be 127
and 5.
I hate that shit. Man, he's fighting since he was in the womb.
And you get to see real striking, bro. That's real striking.
They can hit. I ain't gonna lie.
But yeah, so UFC's getting into boxing. They're getting into jiu-jitsu.
I got a question for you.
But not kickboxing. And it's more likely that they'll get into Muay Thai than they would kickboxing. But go ahead.
I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Well, you got Crawford or Canelo, bro. Because Canelo was pissed that dude was running last fight. But this dude ain't gonna run. This dude ain't running from shit.
That's such a hard fight, bro.
What you mean?
It's such a hard fight to choose, but just because, like, the size, like, that's why we want to watch it, because it's so hard to choose. I think Crawford is more skilled than Canelo.
I just think Canelo has been hitting so long. Like, he hasn't taken like a...
I think he's more skilled than Canelo. I just think that Canelo's style is very, like, he's gotten better at defense over the years, and he's a pressure forward fighter. That's a terrible...
Scary.
That's a terrible matchup for a smaller guy. It's a terrible matchup for a smaller guy.
He has that Mexican style boxing, but he don't get hit like that.
Like, look what he did to Charlo. Like, it's a terrible style for a smaller guy.
Because
Charlo was smaller than him. Of course, he's not Charlo.
Yeah.
He's better than Charlo. I think he's better than Canelo. I just think that, like, I think skill-wise, he's better than Canelo. But it's like, them getting matched up, it's hard to say who's going to win just because he is a smaller man. But this dude's a wrestler. At the same time, he's a wrestler too.
I think this is the first time we see Canelo circle. I think this is going to be the first time we see that shit. His trainer, circle.
One thing I will say is that we thought that Errol Spence was going to be able to come forward with a pressure forward, heavy style to the body against Terrance Crawford, and it didn't work.
And then
it didn't work.
That body shit did not work.
And Terrance Crawford is just as good in either stance, so he could pick and choose your poison. So it's like,
bro, you saying who you know gonna win?
You saying Errol Spence is, even though he is bigger than Crawford, is smaller than Canelo, bro.
He's not as good as Canelo neither. So
arguable.
No, hell no.
Arguable.
Shit no.
Arguable.
Man, Canelo, y'all make it seem like he was so damn big. It was a point Canelo was fighting Floyd, little ass.
Yeah.
So,
Canelo was bigger than Floyd when he was fighting him, though.
True. Yeah. That's big money.
I think it's hard to decide, bro, but I kind of said my piece.
I want, what's the name against Devin Haney, though?
Oh, Teofimo's going to be fighting Devin Haney, bro. I think it's already signed.
I thought it wasn't.
Teofimo Lopez is fighting Devin Haney. Unless Haney already pulled out, because I think I saw some reports of that, but I'm not sure how true they are. But right now, it seems like Teo is still getting ready. Because I follow him on Instagram, so I see a lot of that shit. But, like, that's a fight I would want to see. Teo versus Haney. Because Teo looked great in his last fight. Haney looked like he was on bullshit. And I'm just waiting to get his ass whooped. I'm waiting for Haney.
He done already got his ass whooped. Why you want to get his ass whooped?
I want him to get whooped again.
Bro.
Filing lawsuits, nigga. You a hoe, dog. I don't care. I'm sorry.
Dog, you know in boxing, you lose one time, bro, you out.
And then he's talking about like he's still champ. He dropped 3 times in a fucking round.
No, he's not champ. I don't know about champ.
No, I still have my belts.
Better throw them belts away. Bro, put them in the closet.
Yeah. But one of the last things we got to talk about is Kamaru Usman. It's a Kamaru Usman fight week, bro.
Buckley.
He's going against Joaquin Buckley.
No, it's a Buckley fight week.
Hold up now.
It's a Buckley fight week.
Don't ever disrespect my name, Kamaru.
It's
like that again. Dog.
Kamaru has... I could give Kamaru a knee. He'll probably still need 2 more. I'm not looking at damn Kamaru Usman, dog. His ass probably still need 2 more good knees if I gave him one. I'm not talking about no damn Kamaru, bro. I miss Kamaru's style, though, bro. If you remember his reign in the UFC, I know you remember that. I miss his style. Bro.
Bro.
Unorthodox.
Kamaru Usman is one of the greatest, I say the second greatest welterweight of all time.
Right, he fight like them African dudes that wrap one arm and be swinging with that one arm.
That right hand is... No, but the thing is, it's not just his right hand. His jab is good.
He got a good jab.
Bro, he has great straight punches. He has good teeps. Like, and that's all you need as a wrestler, dog. Something to keep them back and to keep you going forward. And then he has the wrestling, the grappling, the mindset of I'm going to break your ass and I'm not going to stop until I do break you. That's what wins you fights in the UFC, if you think about it, bro. And Kamaru, yes, he's on the latter end of his career for sure. He has a couple more, bro. He has a few more.
This is his last big one.
One of the last big ones for sure.
I think his last one.
And he's fighting a guy in Joaquin Buckley who's surging at 170.
On a streak.
5 fights in a row.
On a streak.
Whooped Colby Covington.
Huh.
He whooped Stephen Thompson.
That was crazy.
Who else did he whoop?
Damn, he beat up 2 white folks.
And a dude who's like 6'7" or 6'5" in the welterweight division.
His Civil War journey.
Ruzibo Webb.
Hey, he fighting for the North. Hey, Buckley fighting for the North. Hey.
Who else did he beat up? Ruzibo. Vicente Luque. He knocked out Vicente Luque.
Knocked Vicente ass out.
He beat up Alex Morono. Andre Fialho. That's 6 fights.
No, bro. What if we get fucking a Buckley and Bro rematch again?
Buckley and Holland?
What the fuck?
But Holland still has to get a couple. Like, if he beats Colby, that's possible.
Make it.
But the thing is,
I want to see
Buckley's already, he's not going to fight back, bro. If he wins this, they're going to be saying fight for the title.
170 though, dog?
Yeah, 170. They're going to be saying fight for the title. The thing is 170 is back now. They got Ian Gary up there. They got Shavkat. Pratis just lost.
Who had to go for them to come back? Say it. Who had to disappear for them to come back? Say it out loud.
Who? Colby Covington?
Leon bitch ass.
Leon.
Say it. Leon hoe ass. Leon had to go. They don't even talk about Leon no more.
We have Sean Brady as well.
No.
So it's like it's stacked at the top. But I think if he gets a win over Kamaru, it does put him up.
Fuck Sean Brady.
It does put him up.
Up Sean Brady, yeah.
Who do you have, bro?
No, let Buckley fight for the title.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Usman or Buckley, though? Who do you have? Is that one still on?
Yeah, this one's good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, bro. I know Usman, your guy. I don't think he gets dropped. I don't think because Colby didn't get dropped, so I'm gonna give Colby some respect. But I don't think he gets dropped. But I think this probably be the worst we've seen Usman get hit.
I don't think so, bro. Colby and Usman are 2 different people.
No, I'm just saying he didn't knock Colby ass. I know he's not gonna knock.
Man, he beat Colby the fuck up.
He beat the shit out of Colby.
Colby got
No, relax. Just stop it, chillax.
Relax. Got beat the fuck up.
Oh, hold up.
He ended racism against that nigga, dog.
He ended racism.
Hold up, bro. You don't remember he dropped him? He was beating his ass and then
put his nuts on his head.
Oh, bro.
It ain't gonna be none of that. It ain't gonna be none of that. But it's gonna, bro. He's not gonna be able to take him down. It's not gonna happen.
I think Usman didn't
keep him down,
but Usman didn't make a career off that, bro. Usman made a career off of using
the cage,
the fear of his power in his hands, in order to grab him up against the cage, take him down, let him get back up, take him down, let him get back up, hit him to the body, break him. Now Buckley has a gas tank.
It's not gonna happen, bro.
He has a gas tank. He has the wrestling. He has a good ground game. But are any of those aspects better than Usman? I don't think so, bro.
We talking what Usman we talking about though? We talking about
the Usman who fought Hamzat Chimaev on short notice.
I remember
12 days, went to decision.
Stiff.
Really was a draw. Like, that's the Usman we talking about, bro. His last 2 fights were last 3 fights, Leon twice and Hamzat, bro.
Man, bro.
So it's like, we haven't seen him against anyone else, which is why I'm so excited. But man, yeah, it is a tough fight for him. It is a tough fight for him. If you're riding with youth, you got to take Buckley. I can't rule out my boy Kamaru though.
Can't rule him out. So, I just don't think he win. We're not gonna put push-ups on this one.
You think Buckley wins?
Yeah, we're not gonna put push-ups on this one.
No, we're not.
Not this one.
Not this one. Yeah, we're
not this one, bro. Not this one.
We also got Rose Namajunas having her retirement fight against Miranda Mravik.
Oh, this is she's done.
I think this is her last fight. Yeah.
Why you think or you know?
No, I believe I heard that. I heard that this is her last fight. Man, a legacy, bro. Legacy. Hall of Fame legacy, bro. To beat Zhang Weili twice, beat Joanna Jędrzejczyk twice, to beat, oh God, bro, just the names on her list. There's no, you really can't put that into words at what she means for the sport.
For sure.
Especially for women's MMA, bro. Thug Rose. You can't put that into sport. Cutting her hair because it was getting in the way. As a girl.
But her and Pat neither, since she's leaving, they need to have a baby. And turn him into a little demon. Now, could you imagine the Warrior come out of her? Pat, breathe. Pat, we need you to start breathing, bro. What's going on, man? Come on.
That's crazy, though.
The warrior that'll come out. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Baby.
This is actually a good fight night, bro.
Who's the man? Who's the under?
We also had the co-main event Rose.
I'm tripping.
We have Edmund Shabazian and Andre Petrosky after that. And then we have Cody Garbrandt versus Tony Barcelos. That's a good fight.
Cody Garbrandt. He cool.
So, man.
Cody Garbrandt throw them things, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. These next cards going to be huge. Every card after this is humongous.
Yeah, and then fucking a couple fights later. Or then we have Jamal Hill and Roundtree. And then the week after that, we have Ilya Charles.
Bro, Pereira abused.
Hey, dog.
He put belt to ass to both of them.
UFC is back, brother. Hey, we back. We had a little slow start, but the UFC is back, bro. And the will versus the way is back.
Man.
So I'll tell you, bro. Episode 77.
77.
Go watch next week's episode 2 with the fight dietitian.
Crazy.
One is a masterpiece. Y'all gonna love, especially if you're an upcoming athlete or fighter.
Right.
That's, man, you gotta watch that, bro.
It's gonna be a treat.
His knowledge on just science, the nutrition aspect of MMA. And also, we never heard about how he got into being the dietitian for Izzy, being the dietitian for Alexander Volkanovski, Leon Edwards, Kai Kara France, Dan Hooker, William Paro. Like, we never got his backstory on how he got into that. But on episode 76, you will see his backstory of Jordan Sullivan, the fight dietitian. So go check that out. But this has been your boy, your host, Noah, and the Casual T Will.
Casual.
Episode 77 of The Will versus The Way. And we out.
And make sure y'all goddamn subscribe on YouTube. I get mad.
Comment, subscribe, and tell your grandma to tell a friend.
She done already subscribed.
That your boy's got the #1 uncensored MMA podcast in the world.
That way.
We out.
What's up, villains? New episodes of The Will vs. The Way Uncensored MMA podcast drop weekly. Make sure to check out our most recent episodes and latest interviews that we've had on the channel. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.